bookworms, welcome back to another Read Aloud. As you know, we always have interesting stories to tell you every week, and we have themes to go with them. Our theme for this month is still on non-fiction. That is, we're going to be telling you stories that will give a lot of information, such as science, geography, history, and all the likes. The title of our story today is Dive, and it was written by Rajiv Ipe and also illustrated by Rajiv Ipe. As you can see in this first page, we have what looks like under the sea with lots of different kinds of fish and two divers. Let's see what the story is about. Blue skies and calm waters, a perfect day for diving. We set out in a little boat, hoping for a big adventure. When we reached the dive site, we carefully checked all our equipment and put on our fins and masks. As soon as we were underwater, we were greeted by a school of yellowback fusiliers. There were so many different creatures to see around this large table coral. Oriental sweet lips, parrotfish, batfish, and even a beautifully patterned nudibranch. So here there are different types of fish here with different colors. This trumpet fish changed color to try and blend in with a school of yellow tang. But you can pick him out easily enough, can't you? I'm sure you can see the trumpet fish. It's totally different from the other fish. It's a good thing we kept a safe distance from this lionfish. The spines on his back can be quite poisonous. Ouch! These clownfish carefully guarded their sea anemone home, but finally agreed to let me take a few pictures. Clownfish live in sea anemones, or more like to hide in sea anemones. We saw a honeycomb moral eel having its teeth cleaned by cleaner horses, and another pair even offered to give us a scrub. Imagine having your teeth cleaned by other people. There were triggerfish and sea urchins. We even saw a coral grouper and a reef octopus playing hide and seek. The sea urchins have black spikes all over it. Can you see the octopus? The coral grouper is the orange-like fish. Let's see the next page. The octopus won the game. They are masters of disguise. Pipefish are great at disguise too. Can you spot the two ghost pipefish in this picture? We came across a couple of white-tip reef sharks resting near the bottom. They are pretty harmless, so we swam in for a closer look. Don't try this with a great white. We followed this Hawksbill Turtle for a while as he looked around the reef for a nice sea sponge to lunch on. As we made our way back to the boat, We were thrilled to see a manta ray flying through the water with two remora fish in tow. The remora fish is right on top of the manta ray. And just when we thought this dive couldn't possibly get any better, we sighted a dugong grazing on some seagrass. What an incredible experience! I can't wait to go diving again. Corals. Corals are both plants and animals. Thousands of little algae live inside corals and give them energy to grow. They have hard outer skeletons and grow into many different shapes. Plankton. Plankton is the main source of food for many sea creatures. They are a mix of algae, bacteria, tiny animals, and the eggs and larvae of larger animals that float about with the ocean currents. Feather stars. Feather stars may look like plants, but they are really animals. They use their feather-like arms to catch and eat bits of floating plankton. Parrotfish. Parrotfish have strong teeth that form a parrot-like beak, which they use to scrape algae off hard coral. Some species don't mind eating bits of coral as well, and they later poop out a fine sand that washes up on land to form beautiful white beaches. Clownfish. Clownfish and sea anemones live together and help each other. Clownfish help the anemones by cleaning their tentacles and luring other fish for the anemone to eat. The anemones in turn allow the clownfish to hide among their poisonous tentacles without stinging them. Cleaner rosses. Cleaner rosses are small fish that keep bigger fish clean by feeding on their parasites and dead skin. Ew. The bigger fish recognize the rosses by their colors and the dance-like way they move. The reef octopus. The reef octopus can hide by changing its color and texture. It makes its home in holes in the reef or buries itself in the sand. Ghost pipefish. Ghost pipefish can be found in pairs, floating with their heads down and hidden among seagrass, corals, or feather stars. Like the reef octopus, they can change color to blend in perfectly. The white-tip reef shark. White-tip reef shark has a thin body, broad head, and white tips on its dorsal and tail fin. They hunt at night and sleep through most of the day. The Hawksbill Turtle. Hawksbill Turtle has a flat body, a shell with jagged edges, and a sharp curving mouth that looks like a hawk's beak. Manta Ray. Manta rays are huge fish with wing-like fins on the sides of their bodies. These large fins help them swim gracefully through the water. On some manta rays, the distance from one wing tip to the other can reach up to 23 feet. The dugong. Dugong is a vegetarian marine mammal. Its favorite food is seagrass, which it is able to graze on with its specially shaped snout. Dugongs are also called sea cows. And that's the end, bookworms. Thank you for listening to this interesting story, or more like non-fiction. I'll see you in the next story. Have a lovely day. Bye.